Hey everybody, Jason Schneider here, coming to you from the beautiful Mauritius, where I'm preparing to run our self-leadership course in the upcoming week. And I wanted to come on here and do a video for you about state management. And I think the core question in state management is, how much do you have your emotions versus how much do your emotions have you? And take a moment, and if you want to maybe comment in the comment box below, let us know, what that answer is for you. How much do you have your emotions rather than your emotions having you? And how much would you like to have your emotions? How much would you like to be the executive of your emotions rather than the opposite way around? So the technique I'm going to teach you today is state elicitation. And this is a very, very, very foundational pattern or process from the field of neurolinguistic programming. And one of the things about this process is that a lot of the times when this is taught by NLP trainers, that you're trained to elicit emotional states in other people. And what I'm going to talk to you about today, real briefly, is about how to elicit emotional states in yourself. And it's so important because if you're going to elicit emotional states in other people, like I train people to do in my NLP practitioner program, that the first step, I call it step number 0, is to get yourself in that state first. And so even if you want to learn how to use this tool to become more influential or to become a more effective leader, still, first step of leadership is self-leadership, being able to manage your own state. So first benefit is you're going to be able to manage your emotions better in general, in all contexts, personally and professionally, but even more importantly, well, not even more importantly, that's the most important, but secondarily, you'll also be more effective at managing other people's emotions, being able to coach people more effectively and to lead them more effectively. So are you ready to learn the technique? So in neurosemantics, we say that there are basically 2 royal roads to state: the mind and the body. So psychologically, we can make a change to change our state, or we can change our physiology, and when we change our physiology, we change our state. And then within changing your mind, there's 2 ways to do that. We can do it through memory or through imagination. Those are the primary 2 ways. So the simplest way to elicit a state in yourself is to, number 1, think about the state you'd like to elicit. So what state, emotion, mind, body state, if you had more of it in your life, would make your life better? I can give you a couple of resources that over my 10 years of studying and practicing programming, I can give you a menu list and have start with acceptance. A little bit of acceptance goes around, it does wonders in your life. I have a video on here on YouTube about the importance of acceptance, and I'll put a link for that in the comments box here. But acceptance, accepting yourself unconditionally, accepting others unconditionally, accepting the world unconditionally, because it's out of your control, you might as well accept it. So that's a great one to practice. Appreciation. How appreciative are you in your life? Appreciative, right? I'm so full of gratitude. I just shot a video a little while ago about how unbelievably amazing it is, just the fact that I'm here in this beautiful place, that I'm not necessarily suffering from so much pain in my body, that I'm able to do the job that I love and to share these messages with people. So how appreciative are you, and how appreciative can you be of the things that you don't even like? So appreciation's a great one. Appreciation builds value. Awe and amazement and wonderment. We've got relaxation, just being able to calm down, or just observing, non-emotionally observing. So there's a couple of menu lists for you: acceptance, appreciation, awe, calmness and relaxation, energy and excitement maybe, but what emotional state would you like of more in your life? The next step is to remember a time when you had that. So go back through your memory banks, comb through your memory, find a time in your life where you had that emotion, a memory, and what you're going to do is, when you find one, you could pause the video now and find a good one, a time in your life where you had that emotion just in the way that you'd like to have more of it in your future. And what you're going to do is, with that memory, what we're going to have you do is we're going to have you step into that memory just like you're there now. So I have another video on this channel about stepping into memories versus stepping out of memories. Well, when you want to get a good resource state, you want to step in it so you can relive it. Look through your own eyes in that memory, just like you're putting on a virtual reality helmet. See what you saw in that moment, hear the sounds that you heard in that moment, and allow all those feelings to fill your body, almost to the point where you can get so lost in that moment you feel like you're there now. Now, if you follow those simple steps, you should be feeling that emotion now just as vividly. as you did in that time when you had it. And that's a pretty simple recipe just to cook it up in yourself in any moment. And the more you practice different emotions, the more ready access you'll have to them, so that you can have them in what I like to call your meta state toolbox, or in your pantry of states, where you can just open up the pantry, grab a bottle of acceptance when you need it, grab a bottle of appreciation when you need it, grab a bottle of awe and amazement, grab a bottle of excitement and energy, grab a bottle of calmness and relaxation, and be able to manage your own states more effectively. And the last step that I could give you here is, once you've been able to access that state and you've got it in you, is just to vividly imagine having it in the future scenarios where you'd like to have it more. Try it on, step into those experiences, replay them in your mind, and run through them having access to this memory. And what that will do is it'll start to create some new grooves in your brain, some new circuitry that will allow you to have much more ready access to these states that you've just put into your toolbox or to your pantry, so that you'll be able to use them. Hopefully even unconsciously, you'll be able to call them up in those moments where you need them most. But the first step is to practice it consciously and to learn this process. So there you have it. This is one of the ways that you can elicit states, not in others, but in yourself. And even if you're eliciting it in others, this is the first step, is to get yourself there first. And what we just did here was we did it through your memory. So remember a time when you had it, step into it just like you were there, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt, fill every cell of your body as if it was you were there right now, as vividly as you possibly can. And as you have those emotions cooked up in your body, take a moment to just run through your physiology, do a little bit of an inventory of your state, so that you'll be able to remember how to access it again later. And maybe you'll be able to access it through that memory, maybe you'll just be able to recall the physiology. But the idea is that when you learn to practice your states, you can have control over them, and you can run your own mind-body system much more effectively, be a better leader of yourself, and therefore be a better leader of others. So 7 minutes in, I hope you found this video valuable. If you've made it this far, please practice this. It's one thing to know, but NLP, and especially neurosemantics, is about doing what you know, being able to perform these great ideas. So try this on, practice it, leave any questions or comments or feedback you have in the box here, and happy stating. See you guys later. Bye.